So, have you ever realized why at the moment you buy a share, the stock falls? So, what is the actual reason behind this fall? So, have you ever thought, have you ever given a time, or have you ever spent some time in analysis, or have you ever researched why this actually happens? So, most of the shareholders, what they do is they don't get into details. The moment you see it's dipping, they think they are trapped, and or some people think it's their bad luck, they're not getting good money in the share market, and they exit with loss. Have you ever thought about it? I think you need to really think about it now. You can just do a small analysis on any particular stocks. Today we will talk about few stocks by which you can actually understand the what kind of a trap this news channels, Telegram, WhatsApp channels, all these people put on you, and you unknowingly get trapped in all these advertisements. If you see in news channels, you would not see a great advices of good companies or fundamentally strong companies. They may put in between one or two stocks to eyewash people, saying that okay, they are advising about big and fundamentally strong, but there is a hidden agenda on all these news channels, how they actually push you and advertise you to buy a lot of shares. So I have selected few stocks which will give you a clear idea what exactly is going wrong and what exactly you need to be cautious about in future whenever you see a push in market for you to buy any stock. I hope this will help you guys to decide the right stock at the right time. So if we just talk about a simple example of one share, so we just take a sample example of 7NR. So if you see from past, if you see from November, December and end of December, you can see a rally going up, right? So what happens is most of the retail, and the moment you can see the place which says H, that's a high end. So if you see few days before that rally, what this company does is they inform or ask all these news channels and medias to start doing their marketing. The moment what happens is the moment they start doing the marketing, you can see in all the Telegram channels, all the WhatsApp channels, news, everyone would be broadcasting these particular companies, saying that this company is going to go now, if the price is 40, it will go to 60, 70. So what happens is every or most of the investors seeing that bullish rally, they think it's right, there is something truth in it, and they start buying it. So what happens is most of the people end up buying in this part where it's almost on its peak. So what happens is when none of the investors would start advising you, where you see is D. D is the actual place when it's actually started growing. So what this happens is most of the retailers, they would know when a bullish rally is going to start, because it's like a trap to the people like us who are investing in share market. We would not know a lot of details, what's happening behind. So what happens when you see this D, what I mentioned, D, what happens, most of the retailers and investors, a lot of people will start buying the share at D, and when they start buying, you can see a bullish rally starts coming. So the moment it reaches close to H, just a reference for you, it's when it closes near this H, what happens is that is when they start advertising and pushing those particular company to all the people like us. So what we do is we see a past history of past, then you can see a bullish rally. So what happens, then we start buying thinking that it will go more higher and we may make more money. So what happens is we tend to buy all this share at this particular place. Then you see the moment they see a lot of other people like us buying, the shareholder, all these retailers are big people who are investing and who are behind this, they sell their stock immediately. So that's when you see all these people who are retailers will start selling their stock, and you can see a complete dip of the stock. That's where you're trapped. So what happens is you will be in a position that you can't sell that, because if you sell that, you lose your money. And if you see that from there, your money is gone. So you can see that how it actually dips completely. It just goes completely down, and again it will not rise up. So one thing happens is, one, you will lose your money, or you need to sell it for a less amount and exit from there, or you're trapped there, your money is getting trapped. So this is how actually all these channels work out. So if you see another company, the similar ground, see, you can check is Agropos India Limited. You can see a similar trend. If you start seeing from October to December how the rally picks up. So this is where what happens is, if you bought a share in October, you will generate a profit and you can sell it, so you will not lose much money. But no one would advise you to buy this share in the month of October. You will not ever listen, you wouldn't have heard about this company at all. Suddenly what it comes is, in mid of December you start getting to know about this company. It's a penny stock, it's a good stock, it's going to go up, and it's going to create a great news, and this price will go above 100 and 150. So you'll start getting a lot of news about this company in mid of December. That's the idea, or that is the way these news channels do work. So now you need to think, do you really have to trust all these news channels and all these Telegram or WhatsApp channels? There might be few genuine, I'm not blaming everyone, but this is how the general category it works. So what happens is, so most of the people, have you ever, if you just check, have you ever got any advice in the beginning of stage? Exception is, you may get some people advising buy this stock when it is an upper circuit, and they know that you can't buy that stock, so they just give idea like buy this stock, buy South Indian, buy Alok, buy Ruchi when it is an upper circuit, but they know that you can't buy the stock. They're just giving idea. But after that, what they say is, there are other stocks which is equal to this Alok or which is equal to Ruchi, it will go up, and they advise you other stocks. That's where you get trapped, and they show you bullish rally there, and you end up buying the share. And what mistake you do is, we end up in this mid of December where it is on its peak. That's why you would have seen a lot of people why you get tempted and buy a share on its peak. So I've seen so many people buying any of the shares on its peak. It's not that you are doing that mistake, you are unknowingly falling for this trap. You would not know where you get pushed, and when the people you can see a lot of people, you will not know how many people are pushing behind this. So many agents across in India who, without your knowledge, they start pushing you to buy this share. So that's when you have to be very careful which stock to buy, when to buy, and how to buy. So this is one company of Agropos. If you see that there are so many companies like that where a penny stocks you get. So now one more last one I would say is Maurya. So if you see Maurya Udyog, so even that is a similar pattern. If you see it, there is same pattern. It will go high, and on its peak they will start pushing to people like us, and we buy and we get trapped over here. So this is why we say very clearly, say, do not blindly believe any news channel or any Telegram or WhatsApp channels. Do your analysis, see how it's been trending from past year, and is there any good news happening. You can research in Google, you can see if any good news is happening, any project is coming in for this company. So if you think something good is happening in that company, only then you will know that that company will grow. Otherwise it will go stagnant or it will fall. So that is where you have to make a right call. So this video is just done for a pure awareness for people, to make understand that do not blindly believe in news channel, because I completely stopped watching any kind of news channels. I would not name it. So I completely stopped watching these news channels, because they normally try and play around the bush, and you will not understand what exactly is going around, and you cannot take their suggestions seriously. The moment you take your suggestions, 100% you will be trapped. So you yourself can just check for a few days watching any news channel and see what are the companies they are suggesting. So that's where you will really understand. They would not give you a companies which are very familiar. In between, one or two they'll throw out to just cover up. But if you see, most of the in detail discussion what they do would be companies which are not even known, or it's not very familiar. Just try and watch a few days news channels, so you will get a clear idea. So be careful, be cautious, and thank you so much for watching our video. And do like and comment. Do comment if you have any query, we'll definitely revert back. And do subscribe if you like our videos, and it will definitely motivate us to do more video on this. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.